Hi guys, this is video about the gravity. So let's first start with this formula which Newton conceived in the early 1950s and or maybe even later, never mind. So that's two masses, mass 1, mass 2, and this is gravity force, aka attraction force, which cannot be in any way attraction force. And this formula is so stupid, and I am going to prove you. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So we have this. It is only one mass body, not two, and we have this elusive gravity field, and which is only g, universal acceleration, and acceleration cannot be the field. It's only acceleration, and it has its vector if it would be round shape. But so what I mean by this? Okay, this is formula for the force. You have mass, acceleration, and force, and this force could be electric, magnetic, weak or strong force, or even yes, atomic force. Never mind, but it cannot be gravity force because this is a common expression for the force in general. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So what I am going to show you, okay, so this is gravity field. What's wrong with this? Okay, just hold on a sec. Okay, so we have two masses. One mass is larger and other mass is smaller, and we have this elusive gravity force field. So every force in mathematics and physics has to have its force field. And we see that they are parallel here in the same direction, so they should repel each other. Since these streams of forces, like the air streams or water streams, they should repel each other, but they are not. Newton says it's attractive force, and he is wrong. How should I prove this to you? I will prove this with electric force. Okay, these are 2 point charges, electric charges, which are negative, and by default this line of forces, field forces of electric field, are going inwards. And you see that they are same as the gravity, they are parallel and in same direction. And we know from electrostatics that this is repulsion force. So this ether streams, so yes, there is ether, there's no vacuum, like says Einstein and other scientists. So these streams of electric field are repelling each other, thus these bodies are also repelling each other. So did I make myself clear? Yes. Okay, let's go to the next slide. And so maybe with this, yes, with magnetic force, the same case. Just let me open this. I have problem with opening this picture. Okay, this is also a good example. So we have these north and south magnets, which is homogeneous field until this wire with electricity with current is introduced. So this wire also have this magnetic field, which is in this circular motion, and when this electric wire is introduced in this magnetic field, in the magnets, we see that these field force lines are parallel with this wire and with these magnets, go in the same direction parallel, thus it's repelling force, and we see this arrow that this wire is going in that direction because of this repelling force. And that's not the end, folks. We also have this example in the aerodynamics. Yes, so this is also a good example. I will open this up. Yes, we have also this vortex inside this cargo bay of this truck, and we have these field lines of air streams from the front of the car, and we see they repel each other. So this stays like this, very simple and very clear. And let's go to the next slide. Also with this picture. Okay, excuse me, but my notebook is very slow. Okay, also with this we have the same, the parallel field lines, airstreams are repelling, and anti-parallel or going into the opposite directions like this, then this are attracting each other. Okay, that is very clear. Okay, back to the magnetic force. Okay, I know this is mixed up a little bit, but okay, I'm not very good in presentations anyway. Okay, these are two magnetic wires. One is going inwards and one is going outwards. It is top view. So you see when these field lines are parallel, it's repulsion force as these arrows indicate. And when they go in opposite directions, anti-parallel, they are attraction forces, as you see this here. Okay, it's just the matter of plus and minus, okay, or the direction next to the next slide. Now, let me see. Okay, another example. Okay, we saw this. Okay. And now back to the gravity force. Okay, this is the clear example. This is the Earth and this is the Moon. And these both bodies, the aka planets, which are not, and the satellite has its own gravity field lines. It is lines of gravity force, and this is according to Newton, but we see that they are parallel, so the Moon and Earth should repel each other, so they shouldn't, so Moon shouldn't orbit the Earth, no way. It should be the billion miles away from the Earth. In fact, the whole universe should be far apart from each other, so we shouldn't be able to see any stars in the sky or any planets or nothing, because the gravity is repulsive force according to Newton. Okay, and now is there something I missed out here? Okay, yes, it's the two bodies problem, like I don't know, binary stars, binary satellites, binary moons, and black holes. So we see two bodies of equal masses are orbiting each other and all the time avoiding each other. But how can they avoid each other if the gravity is attractive force? They should come together and merge into one body, like for example in electric force. But no, they orbit each other. But why? Okay, I'd even say there are no such things as binary moons, binary stars. It's all fiction to justify the gravity. Okay, and yes, there's a problem with density and with buoyancy. And let me open this picture. Yes, let me zoom in. So you see what the buoyancy is. It's the body submerged in some fluid. It could be gas, fluid, doesn't matter. Maybe even solid, I don't know. So depending on the density, it either floats or either sinks or going up or doesn't do anything. Okay. So Newton didn't explain this buoyant force. What is the cause of this buoyant force? Archimedes did derived formulas which are correct, but Archimedes himself didn't explain this. So could it be that this gravity thing is related to mass and density? So maybe what we see as gravity is actually the buoyancy. I think that is the case. So let's imagine that there is ether all around us, like outside this container and inside this container. So we have this mass and which has density. So in basically this ether try to expel this body which is electric in nature, and ether is not electric in nature. That's my theory. So ether also has some fluid as air or I don't know, or water has its own field lines, his own streams, and these streams are repelling this body upwards, and we have gravity which is acting downwards. So I guess this gravity which is acting downwards is basically electric force, which is due to electric dipoles in the masses in the object. So since in this, if the density of this object is greater, that means that more dipoles, atomic dipoles, are present in this body, and the gravity force, which is dependent on these dipoles, electric dipoles plus and minus, is greater than the buoyancy force and pulls this body downwards. So in fact, the buoyancy force is dependent upon mass and density, not the gravity. Gravity is depending on electric dipoles, nothing more. And let me demonstrate this in another example. So in chemistry we have a London force, or this is weak electric force between two molecules, and these molecules, these atoms in this molecule arrange themselves in order to have positive and negative charged regions, and they attract each other. So in this example we have a table salt. It's a molecule from hydrogen and chloride atoms. Let me zoom out. Okay, so this is what gravity really is. This force between two dipoles, nothing else. Okay, and basically gravity is buoyancy and density. So bodies which are in air has more density than air and fall downwards, or if they are lighter than air, they go upwards. Simple as that. Okay, I know it's just a theory, but it's no worse than Newton's theory, which I proved is wrong. Okay, next to the next slide. Is there something I missed out here? Okay, yes, another example with the air streams and this line of forces. It's like Bernoulli's equation or something. You see it's repelled because they are going in the same direction, you see. Okay, like this air conditioning in the supermarkets on the entrance, you see it's repelled from this stream going from this device, from this housing. It's very clear. So basically I disproved gravity. Okay, it is what I was going to do. Okay, and just one more example about electromagnetics. We have this battery with resistor, amp meter, this wire, and this is we have electric field in wires which induces magnetic fields, and these magnetic field forces are in these circular motions, like these circles, and they can be seen if you put iron filings on the cardboard, and these iron filings reorient themselves in this manner, in this circular manner. Okay, so this should be case with gravity too, but when you put some filings or dust or anything, it doesn't reorient themselves to the gravity field, so it can't, because there is no gravity. Okay, there are many other examples for debunking gravity, but these are the main ones which I try to explain. And thanks for watching, and see you soon with another great videos, and bye bye.